Okay, I think that's enough dawdling. Just wanted to get everything shown on my socials while I orient myself. There I go. I was a little worried for a sec, but yes, hello. I'm back once again. Let me just reset my position a bit. Okay, so. Yeah, sorry for not capturing all the initial chats for the sake of posterity. I was trying my dangest, my darndest, but I completely scuffed it, so yeah, it should be. I think that's. Yeah, this is pretty much all the chat so far. But yeah, I just wanted to say hi, CSX, and Jeremy7599, and Amtrak fan. I feel like, is there a third person? I mean, a fourth person? I don't know. But yeah, we should be able to just hop over to the browser. And I forgot what my browser was again, so we're gonna have to go fix that. Up. Scooch this over. Little bit more. Little bit more. Okay, that's more than enough, thank you. Oh yeah, I will certainly do all of that as fast as I can. I'm just trying to make sure that it's able to spot it. There it is. That's strange. Yeah, it seems like my web browser is scuffed again. As it always seems to be. We'll just scoot that on over. Yeah, this is close enough. So, this is where we left off. Technically, no, wait, I take that back. Is this where we left off? No. Where did we leave off? Today's the 29th, so that would mean... What would that mean? 7 days ago was the 22nd. So let's see, this is the 19th. Why do I feel like some of this is stuff I haven't shown you yet? But yeah, that's a bit inconvenience for a boxcar to do that. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, this is starting to ring a bell, no pun intended, because it's got a bunch of stuff that I've already posted that I did before that I must have shown you, right? Right? I got to see everything last time around. Maybe I should have checked that before starting stream. But I guess that's neither here nor there. Let me just get over to Benny Boy's Discord, get that sorted. That's not Benny Boy's Discord. This is Benny Boy's Discord. So this is where we left off with some cursed trains from Nintendo. United States Navy. Not the strangest thing I've seen out there, to be honest, but then again, I am a little familiar with encountering such things. So yeah, that's a little... Oh. Oh, of course it had to be Gex. Or Gek-X. Should have seen that coming. But I'm trying to make heads or tails of this. Okay, that's better. I was just zoomed in too much. But yeah, something's off about this picture. I just can't put my finger on it. One thing I can say is that one of these things is not like the other. Got Via Rail. Have we had this in Via Rail yet? I'm not sure. Oof. Amtrak Auto Racks. Now, I'm familiar with the Auto Train in its original iteration and its later iterations through Amtrak. Just not in this livery, of course. I really do wish, though, that the auto train was available maybe in the West Coast, where there's a lot of cars that would need to be transported instead of having to commute for vacation for several hours up and down the coastline. Or at least being stuck in traffic, of course. We've got this weirdo. I don't know what to make of it. And we've got Canadian National, but it looks like it was formerly something else and it's been exploded. Oh boy. What happened this time? We got ourselves some Photoshop over here. Not sure if they were exactly trying on this one. Whoever Photoshopped this. Oh, didn't mean to do that. But yeah, we've got... I want to say... What do I want to say? Brightline, and then we got Delaware and Hudson, Legacy Loco, and then we got... What is that? It's at such a weird angle. Vermont Railways. I didn't know that was a thing. And of course, we got that photoshopped onto the coaster. General Electric P30CH. If it's called electric, then explain this. Checkmate, liberals. Because this is clearly a diesel electric logo. And another one that's been photoshopped. In this case, it's the Cascades, if I recall, with the Delaware and Hudson. Now, I'm not exactly sure what to make of this livery, but it seems to be fine. What about... oh. What was I going to say? This one just says, your pants, and I will not do that. We've got this General Electric demonstrator livery for this modified F40 unit. And we've got the wheel chocks over here. I think the only thing that's cursed about is the fact that it was probably supposed to have a different livery if the other locomotives and this rail car to be any indication. I forget what it's called, but it'll come to me. And we got an EMD. I'm sorry, yeah, EMD. Here we got Indiana Southern. Ooh. Oh, I see what's wrong here. Or do I? It's like... Yeah, one locomotive frame has been photoshopped onto another. So we got, I think, a Genesis logo down here, and we got ourselves a Charger up here. Got the Union Pacific livery on Amtrak cars, completely out of place and out of time. Oof. I just wish that this yellow strip was a little narrower. And that maybe the angle was a little different. For the yellow over here on the nose. Abraham Lincoln. 1616. I feel like we've seen this before. And I'm not sure what to make of this livery. Looks pretty mid, I guess. Nothing particularly cursed about that. Oh, that too? I wasn't aware that that something like that derailed. Was this the same derailment mentioned earlier? But yeah, Canadian Pacific, but it's on a European logo of some sort. MKT, feel like I've seen that. Southern Pacific, yeah, maybe. CP Rail. Oof. Okay, yeah, this looks kind of off. Morrison-Knudsen, I'm not sure what to make of that. My Train, ooh, yeah, that one's weird. BNSF, but it's in the Santa Fe livery. Okay, so it was that same incident. Okay. This is what I get for multitasking. Repost. Norfolk and Norfolk and Western SD unit. 7 or 9, I'm not exactly sure which. Lehigh and Hudson River. Never heard of that one either. We've got the AMT. Oof. I can't even make out what that is underneath the acronym. But something about this just feels interesting and surreal. But yeah, was that it? Yeah, that was it there. Repost. Ooh. Yeah, I would definitely not like this to be a Metro. Penn Central Legacy, kind of mid. Interesting. Oh, and of course we got the WhatsApp Jivo. I feel like there was a famous video meme about that a while ago. And we got some poorly photoshopped stuff here. CSX Pennsylvania and some other third thing. I'm not sure what to make of this one. We've got a cab, and then we got ourselves another cab. Double-ended American logo. We've got a plow. Me on my way to your mom. And oof. I can't. I am at a lack for words. And I don't know who this is. And yeah, just conceptually speaking, I don't like this. And this isn't even trying. But then again, this is not trying either, but it's more cursed, in my opinion. I think that's enough floodlights there. Yep, I think that's enough floodlights there. High nose. Should have seen that coming, and for some reason it's bent in the back here. This one has almost no lights. Oh, and apparently no windows either. Making it technically a B unit. Oh, is there lag? Let me check. Looks like it's still working right now at the moment. Oh, wait, there's more. So this is a high cab versus the high nose from earlier. Oh, of course. You made me look. Help. And it's just the furry convention. This one's got enough fours. And this one's got enough lights. And listen here, you little. This one's just leaning. And that, I think that's the last of that. Except this one. This one's a little different. I'm not sure what to make of this one.
The Milwaukee Road.
Why do I feel like I've seen this before? I keep getting deja vu. And call in the cranes. Oh, this must be what was mentioned earlier. Let's see if we can crack this open. Must have been from the grab bag. I should have seen that coming. So yeah, we've got ourselves a Norfolk Southern pulling a Amtrak fleet for some reason. Now it should be around here somewhere. Heavy duty flat car and escort caboose. Oh, it's one of those. Yeah, I posted quite a few of those the other day. And for some reason, there's less windows on that caboose than I thought there'd be. Hey, Xandalator, welcome to this stream. We're just trying to catch up on a very recent event, if I can find it. Got a bunch of trucks for first aid. Oh, this is strange. Tank car in Roanoke. Speaking of derailed equipment, keep your eye out. Okay, so this is... Oh. Oh, so that's where it ran aground. I don't know how you do something so... How do you mess up that royally on that simple a curve? Time to call in the crews for some re-railing. Fortunately, this incident was low speed and low drama, making the job easier. So yeah, this is one of those goofy cranes. Still not exactly sure how that kind of a crane works, to be honest. Because, like, there really isn't that much freedom to move it, is there? Like, you can lift the arm of the crane up and down a bit, but how would you adjust it? Oh, of course, use a second crane. But it looked like it was just on the other one. It was able to use one crane just fine on that boxcar. Oh, hold up. Was that... What just happened there? Oh, it moved its counterweight. For better stability. So yeah, that was that. From the grab bag. We got one of those cursed trains covered in... Not that one. Full of plane frames for future Boeing trains. Anything else in the grab bag that's noteworthy? These Amtrak trains are a little longer than I expected them. Got a Union Pacific charter. We've got the Rocky Mountaineer over in Canada. Actually, wait, this is in Arvada, Colorado. Why is it all the way down here? I thought the Rocky Mountaineer was supposed to be in Canada. Must be wrong. I must be wrong. Got a lot of... I don't even know what's going on there. I feel like that was supposed to be for rail cars. I mean, for actual rails. Oh, will I see all the logos on this one? Sure. Hooligan. We'll end this week by checking out BNSF 25th Anniversary Unit. Okay, so we got the Burlington Route, Great Northern Pacific, Santa Fe, Burlington Northern, which was the merger of the other ones, Frisco, Colorado Southern, and something Portland, Seattle. Is it now? Oh, Spokane, Portland, and Seattle Railway. That's what it was. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap that up. Let's head on over to everybody else. Nope, that's the wrong one. Why did it autocomplete to Jeremiah? I wanted this. So yeah, there's nothing here that's new. Is it post? Oh yeah, so yeah, there was the post of the BNSF local derailment in Rochelle, Illinois. Online drama. Anything train related here? Nope. 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 Not a lot of train stuff here. Oh, there's a short. None of these shorts are train related. Like, none of this is train related. If it's not train related in a cursed train stream, then we don't look at it. Off to CSX. Off to posts. Made it small in case he wanted to use it as a profile pic. Oh. Oof. This must be a rail grinder. Let's see, 5 hours ago. For some reason, this is strange. What's strange about it? Oh. Oh. You literally can't see anything outside of that windshield. BNSF puffs. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Scariest Maxwell image to exist. Definitely a bump. Ooh, a charger cab on a Gevo. Yeah, that's a bit interesting. This is from last week, I think. Yep, that's from last week. Let's check out... Was it videos or was it shorts? Because there are... Is there anything train related? Why don't they have the dates on these things? Because this doesn't look like it's train related. This looks train related. And that is some music that I think might get claimed, so we're not chancing it. But yeah, check the other one.
What is that, bro?
Oh, it's just a...
Damn, what is that, bro?
That's just a post, but not train related, so... Pray this works. Nope, that did not work. This is what I get for adding the extra C in track. Hmm. I should be able to go to channel. Cut this. Paste here. Hey, Bluebell. Welcome to this stream. That's going to induce a seizure. So, what do we got here? What do we got? There's quite a few videos here, but are they cursed train related? Because this is just rail fanning, nothing to see there. Millennium Force. Interesting. Rail fanning in Austin, Q&A announcement video, first Amtrak video, rail fanning downtown, unlimited classic, unreleased. Oh. Oh, posts. Right. Rail fanning downtown, rail fanning downtown. Oh, oh. Downtown. Super quiz whiz. More rail fanning, rail fanning. Is there something? Oh, be rail fanning at this location. I don't think you should disclose those sorts of things in public. Like, if you're gonna rail fan, like, I don't know, it's gotta be a more public place, I guess, with more people. Oh, yeah, we can certainly do that. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss anything. Oh, yeah, that's weird. That's kind of okay, and that's just eh. Anything else I'm missing? Ooh, that sounds nice. But still not cursed trains. Still not cursed trains. Oh well. Let's see. Shorts. Anything cursed in shorts? Not exactly. But there is this meme. Kicking coconuts.
Put your hands behind your backs.
So that was a of all time. Anyway, off to Jacket Jail Fries. What posts do we have here? The 266T Suburban tank engine, based on the real thing, which looks kind of scuffed. Oh, hey there, USS Salem. Welcome to the stream. We've got this Markland locomotive found at the back of a train store, and it's 3-rail. Who knows? We'll have to go check. This is not their image. I think we've seen everything else here. Videos. Yeah, we've watched this one. Anything in shorts? Nope, nothing new there. So yeah, I feel like I should be able to see this in a new tab and it won't be as cropped. Oh, nope, it's just as cropped here as it is everywhere else. Oh well. But yeah, it is a very strange locomotive, and it's number 0, so I guess that it's got that going for it. I always thought it was weird that, oh, hey, red t-shirt, welcome to the stream. I'm just looking at this Markham locomotive, which is a 3-rail HO scale, which I always think is kind of strange because, well, I expect that in O scale, not in HO scale. But if it maintains contact better than regular HO, then by all means. Different strokes have, I mean, different folks with different strokes, you know? So what was I thinking about? Oh yeah, the thing that's weird is that instead of having rollers like you'd have on O scale, they have pickup shoes for 3-rail HO scale. Feel like I've seen this before last week. And this is Southern District Roblox scale, according to the comments. And CSX was there to see this happen. I feel like this is an Avalia train set. and it's multi-track drifting. So we got ourselves a winner there, I guess. Anything else that I missed? Deja vu, I have beaten this time before. I think that's how the lyrics go. I don't know. Anything here? Yeah, we saw this last week. Okay, I think that's everything. We should be able to hop into Curse Trains from Train of Thought's Discord. Yippee! Go check out Train of Thought's YouTube channel. Go check out their Discord. And check out their Twitter at Train Facts Guy. The links to all of those things will be in the description down below. And if you follow the rules for Cursed Trains and agree to those rules, then you're able to post your own Cursed Trains on Train of Thought's Discord channel. Survey says we got 8. Yippee! But yeah, is this where we left off? Because this is the 21st. Last week, yeah, 22nd. I feel like, maybe it'd be easier to go backwards. You know? So, Hoya Fanboy 1930s
What
posted
species
this.
is this? I was driving in Pasadena with my hand out the window and this little thing landed on me. I can't tell what it is, but then I looked out the window and I noticed all the cars are driving backwards. What the hell is going on? Does anybody know? Let me know.
Okay, that's cursed in its own right. But I am so envious that whoever that is got a hold of one of those locomotives from minitrains.eu. What do you mean, do I remember staying with my parents? I still stay with them now. I'm trying to get out of the house. Please send help. Financial or otherwise. Got ourselves a classic repost from the Sodor engines. From, I forget. It's the film adaptation of the musical Wicked. That's right. That's what it was. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this. And this one's also a repost, but it's from Odini B. This one raises so many questions. The leader in war production relies on Shell industrial lubricants. That's what she said. But yeah, like, I don't know what the advertisers were trying to depict here. Like, I don't even know where to start. It looks like a mixture of a car body shop for automobiles, a gas station, and I'm assuming what was supposed to be either a promotional locomotive up on a pedestal, or that's supposed to be representing one of those, what's it called? One of those devices used in car body shops to lift up the car, which you wouldn't do for a train if you're servicing it. What you do is actually have an open pit in the shed lined with concrete filled with corrugated steel. Anyway, we got some posts from me, and they go, and we've got an intermodal car with a truck bed with wheels and axles. I'm sorry to hear about all that in the chat. I will say, though, that the fact that this has happened multiple times is strange. I feel like this is a repost, so that's probably on me. But I don't even know what these are. Nor do I know what this is. Ribbed for pleasure, though. And I feel like this is part of an oil refinery. I think there's quite a few images of that. And this is a bridge segment, I think. Another bridge segment to accompany the other image from a while back. This is also oil refinery stuff. I don't know what this is. This is a wheel to what I assume is supposed to be hydropower. And for some reason, there's an entire B-24 plane body in this car, in this gondola car. No context whatsoever. I wish you the best of luck in that game. Let me just mark these as reposts. Excuse me. Hoya fanboy 1930s with another post. Okay, so... Oh, right, this thing. I remember seeing an ad for it. And it derailed. But yeah, it's one of those model building kits, and for some reason it doesn't have a tender. Even though it probably should. Oof, this looks weirder than I thought. This is from Panzer Fox. Albion Mines, Samson, Hercules, and John Buttle. 3 were produced in Canada 1838. Among the first steam locomotives in Canada, arrived disassembled, relied on vertical cylinders. Despite the primitive design, they remained in regular service at the Albion Mines until 1867, during which time it also had to pull passenger trains. Until 1885, it was used to assist other locos as needed and had higher tractive effort than more modern, faster locomotives of the time. Also made its way to the Chicago Railroad Fair. Only in 1893 was it rescued from the junkyard and preserved with a passenger car by the Baltimore and Ohio, because of course it had to be the Baltimore and Ohio. Is tomorrow Labor Day or is it Monday? I'm gonna have to go check. But yeah, I don't know what they were thinking when they designed this. It just looks so goofy. With no pilot wheels in the front. And for some reason, there's something weird about this here as well. Like, was this supposed to be part of the logo? Because it's kind of hard to see. Like, I can see some metal jutting out of this. For one reason or another. I don't know. I can't make heads or tails of this. But it is a repost. But at least it's a good effort one. A budding railway business agent, Master Freddie Dagger, Island Bay of Wellington, whose miniature locomotive features the slogan "Patronize New Zealand Railways." From Speculations and... Ooh. Not gonna lie, I have to say that one of these carts... Did I have a cart like that as a kid, minus the train shape? I don't know. This is another post from me. It says, somebody's kidnapping my rolling stock. And you know what? They can take this one. It's completely rusted to... I don't know what they're doing with this, but they took the certain segments of locomotives, stuck them on the back of that, and just ran with it. They're taking my 10-wheeler, I feel like there must be an easier way to transport this. I wonder if there's just, I don't know, some sort of long segment of steel that's held together with uh, chunks of wood that it could be rolled on, and the wheels could have flanges so it could follow the rails as a guideway. Who knows? Oh, and of course, here's another one. This one required multiple trailers in an articulated fashion. And we've got a bogey here, we got a bogey probably over there, and for some reason we have some dude just kind of on the top here for some reason. I don't know. How's the trailer holding up? Not very well. It's trying its best. And this is a... I was going to say it was a Japanese locomotive, but for some reason I feel like this might be in Australia instead, because we've got the hook and loop couplers plus a regular plow plus buffer beams. And that just screams Australia. Oh, didn't mean to close that out. Where do we leave off? This is the one. Meanwhile, and what I want to say is the UK, over in... I don't know what this is. Was it from Brazil? I can't imagine this being from Brazil. Going to Brazil, however, that's a different story. Got ourselves... What on earth is this? Is this a mogul? I want to say it's a mogul. For some reason, it's got a very oversized trailer on this one. Also articulated. And last but not least, we've got Sound Transit streetcar number 2002. Harmless train review video from Hoya Fanboy 1930s. Just gonna mute this. Okay, maybe I shouldn't mute this. Oh gosh, that audio. That's atrocious. Why is it so loud? I will say, though, that battery electric trains like that are kind of a missed opportunity. Meow. But yeah, I feel like there was a missed opportunity because the 442 Atlantics from, like, Scientific Toys or whatever manufactures that, they made a very detailed locomotive, kind of reminiscent of the Atlantic sold by Lionel, but they kind of chinsed out on the tender, and instead of making it a 2-truck tender with 4 axles and 8 wheels, it just has 4 wheels and 2 axles, and it just doesn't look right. Anyway, POV, you keep deferring maintenance because why to do today what you can put off until tomorrow? Oh dear. I still don't know how stuff like this happens. And here we've got a roller bearing that's just completely been stripped. That sounds nice. The Penn Central reels, true. Here, the wheel just came clean off the axle, even though those things are supposed to be press fit, using friction and heat and stuff. I don't know how you mess up a wheel this bad, too. Must have been dragging on the brake shoe. And this one, the rail is like, bro, I can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. And we got this bridge here. Somehow the rails are still standing, and I don't know how, considering it's broken off here. And it looks like it's kind of broken off here as well, unless it's partially buried, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know how you make this kind of error where, like, the tracks are so neglected that segments of it start peeling off. Pretty sure that's not normal. This isn't normal either. It just fractured like glass. And here we've got a truck that just slipped out of its position. Still works though, at least momentarily. We got a coupler connection that's just completely torn off. And yeah, that was that post. Off to the next one from N Ingenuine called Oopsie. I still don't know how you make that kind of a mistake there. Like, I need to know the story to this. One of Brendan McCarthy's concept artworks for Mad Max Fury Road from Gunter the TOT Breaker, and it's a Gevo. It is a Gevo with such immense wheels. And they're doubled as well. The Gevo monster truck, yeah. But it's actually like a truck, not like a monster truck, you know? Diesel train shell mounted onto big cab wheels, aeroplane tail fins welded to rear, covered in solar cells. Oh, that's what this is. That's what this is. It looks even worse from the side view. Could convert to solar power. Assuming that you actually had enough sunlight. Because that tail is not going to be able to handle it. Got ourselves some classic reposts here. With an armored train in Europe on static display. Photograph from World War II. Concept art. And some other draft designs. Oh, this is from me, Cursed Critters, part 32! Knick-Knack / Household Item Edition 3. And we just have lamp. This is a Lifesavers style jar. I don't know, I love those things as a kid, even though I almost choked to death on one. Which is kind of ironic because they're called Lifesavers. I don't know what the deal is with this, but it looks like you just turned a push toy into a lamp. Which, if it wasn't going to be used for anything else, then fair play. But, yeah. Here we've got a statue that also serves as a storage container for liquor. This one's a clock. Nice clock. And the valve gear's all messed up. Since it's going over the pilot wheels and it's not actually attached to anything. And we got a dent in the funnel. Does that count as a funny funnel? We've got this logo here, which is a flower pot. This, I think, is supposed to be a salt and pepper shaker. Winter themed. I'm not sure what this is from. I think it's just a knick-knack to stick on a shelf. And this is for storing jewelry. And this is a pen holder. Made out of brass. Maybe I should have added labels. Let's see. This is... I think there was a video from the other day. Okay, take care. Panzerfox. The Rit Adriatica. Class 370. Later, the 500 class for the Italian State Railway Class 670 and 671. 43 were produced. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, I think Train of Thought made a whole video about this last week, if not the week before. It's still cursed, though. Actually, no, wait, was it this one specifically? Or was it another one that was similar to this? But yeah, it was a cab forward locomotive, because of course it was. Oh, here's another one from me, I Lamau. And we've got Area 51 with a Lionel train set. And another Lionel train set. I don't know what this was. But it can just ride off. We got this one from Lionel as well. It, instead of having some sort of animal popping out, it has a giant alien. We've got floating aliens in this one. We've got Groom Lake Railroad tank cars with biohazard. We have an entire train set as well. This one's more recent. It's a full-blown steam locomotive for the Groom Lake Mining Company, related to Roswell. And we got 2 flying saucers here, and we've got Groom Lake here. But yeah, I'm trying to remember Groom Lake. I think that's near by Area 51, if memory serves correctly. Here's a Microtrains line N-scale Area 51 train set, which apparently was limited edition, I think, maybe. But yeah, it's an SW switcher for the Groom Lake Belt line with a tanker, an undetermined shipment on a flatbed, a flying saucer, an extra, I want to say, a rail car with passenger compartments for rail staff, and an actual caboose for the rest of the rail staff. Here's another one, but it's actually got some it's got some attachments that you stick atop a rocket to pilot through space. I forget, was it the Gemini? Or was it another space mission that had crew compartments like this that were recovered from the ocean upon landing? Got ourselves another Area 51 set, which I don't know why Lionel has so many of these, especially from the last 2 decades. This one's got a glowing boxcar, crane, and a searchlight caboose with a missile launcher, I think. And yeah, that's that. Oh, this is another one from me. Cursed Critters Part 31. Little Big Edition 5. I feel like this is a bunch of reposts, and I should probably address it as such. But, yeah, Republic Locomotive. I don't know who made this, other than maybe them. This one's kind of weird looking. This one's super weird looking. I don't know what the French were cooking when they made this one. This is... Oh, this looks weirder than I remember, because this got inside pistons. And not only that, I think it actually doesn't have direct transmission. It has some gears it needs to go through first, which I think is kind of nuts. And it's fireless, I think, as well. Though, for some reason, it has a funnel on it. I guess that... Is that a funny funnel? I know this is a funny funnel. At least because it's it's such a tiny little thing, so skinny, and stacked atop a very large saddle tank switcher. Well, a little big, that is. And we got this for the Central Pacific. I don't know what they were thinking with this one. And this is even weirder. So yeah, I guess I played myself. Off to spin the wheel! Well, at least it's an easy one. Will this stay on top? I certainly hope it does. Okay. Off to the next one. Oh, yield sea witch. USS Salem, what are you up to? Where did you find this? This is atrocious. Like, get me out of here with that. And this one too. Why did they do my 4449 dirty too? It wasn't enough to just do the 611, but you also had to do the 4449? Like, bruh. Get good. Ooh. Oh yeah, fanboy, 1930s, what is that? I feel like this is excellent meme potential here. There's a lot of opportunity with this one. It's free real estate, you know? But it's also very cursed because it's a Pensy logo that has ripped arms and legs for some reason, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on here, though. Oh, is it? What is this supposed to be? I can't make heads or tails of it. But it's something a kid must have made, and I don't know why they're doing jump rope on a platform. Or at least that's what I think is supposed to be going on here. It's kind of hard to say. It looks a little weirder than that, but you get the idea. Oh wait, is this for me? Hold on a sec. I feel like this is for me. Yep, it's Rip Bozo 2! This one looks completely wasted. And this one too. I don't know what they were thinking with this one. Apparently it was underwater for a long time. And this one's just disgusting. This poor Frisco caboose. And I don't know what they were doing with this one. I think it might have succumbed to some sort of an accident. Because there's a bunch of logs that fell off over here to the side. And we got a skeleton car here. And we've got a busted up smoke box door here. But everything else looks kind of okay-ish. Like, it must have jammed into something and then the logs rolled. Or they moved forward because they weren't strapped down properly. And they rammed through the front of the boiler in the smoke box. This one's kind of wasted, but may have some potential for restoration. I don't know what they were thinking with this one. Why does it need a plow that big? And this is... I don't know what this is. This looks like the London Underground, but it's above ground. And it looks completely rusted and the paint is gone from the roof. And this is the last one. Looks like... I really want to say this is probably like a colorized photo from the post-war or the war period. It's hard to say. This one's from Wes. Does this count as cursed? It's from a Mickey Mouse thingy. Comic? Animation? It doesn't very much narrow it down, but it does look kind of cursed, though it could have been better, it could have been worse. Like... But it does look weird to have all the wheels back here and the cab all the way up here. Let me do a ping check. A bit of latency. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Oh, great. Like I needed more of that. Just found on eBay from Johnny, a Crispy Thomas. The listing has 95% off its earnings, going to cancer research. I'm gonna get cancer just from looking at this. Like, brr. And his Play Rail pancake. Why is it $100? Hi, Bob. It appears we have witnessed an atrocity against a toy. Now, what on earth is this? From Panzer Fox. Character limit. Imperial Royal State Railways Class 210 for the Polish State Railways. For the PN11 and the Austro-Hungarian Empire circa 1908. So yeah, this screams European, but it has outside cylinders, which is kind of weird. And the steam dome, is that a second steam dome? What is going on here? It's got very large pistons though. And that steam chest too. And that is a tender. This is a restored model. Here's a side view with a regular funnel, I hope. Yeah, it is a regular funnel. So what's the lore? In light of the increased train weights after the turn of the century, Karl Goldsdorff felt compelled to develop an express locomotive with high steaming capacity, taking into account the low energy coal used in Austria and the permitted max axle load of 14.5 tons. The Pacific design was out of the question since the 262 locomotive of the Class 110 had already shown that that a sufficiently large firebox that was compliant with axle load limits could not be realized in a single trailing axle. The great area of 4.8 square meters required for the envisaged output of 1,800 horsepower using Austrian coal, so they reversed the Pacific's axle configuration to fit a sufficiently large firebox over the rear bogie. Boiler was tapered so that the inner diameter at the front was 133 millimeters smaller than the rear. As with the Class 110, the four cylinders, oh no, was used, which here had a slightly larger cylinder diameter. After further developments in the form of the Class 310, they were transferred from the Austrian heartland to Limburg. For this reason, 9 remaining examples after the First World War came from the PKP, where they were designated as PN11s and later converted to superheated steam. During the Second World War, the Reichsbahn classified the captured locos as 16,051 to 56 respectively, but were later returned to PKP and used until 1950. Yes, 4 cylinders. Did I stutter? This is a reply to something I posted, which was up here. If the last few posts have made you feel faint or experience heart palpitations, don't worry, we have EMS on standby. The EMS. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this rail bus. Or this one, which apparently, according to the original post, was in Iran. Here's another one. Rear view. This one's from, I think, the First World War. I don't know what they were cooking when they made this one, because it looks like a speeder. This one, too. This is a full-blown rail clinic, I think. Let's see. From Indonesia. This one's just from a game, I think, or a Unity asset. I forget. Here's the rear of another one. And patients get a free souvenir in the form of this 00 scale ambulance car. And Wes asks me, does this count? A military hospital car, and I was like, yes. Might as well drag me along the rails to the hospital with that. Oh boy. That's one way of putting it. USS Salem off at it again with the sketchy custom Lionel duplex. Which I gotta say in this case is this is an instance of poor taste, good execution. I don't know how they did it, because usually like this would be two separate locomotive frames fused together and you'd see a clear cut down the middle, and I'm not seeing that here. So good job. Yeah, 2, 4, 4, 4. Wait, that's not a duplex. It should have 4 pilot wheels. Oh well, there must have been some sort of restriction with the die-cast frame. This is from me, and it also says, And it starts with, A train passing through a building. Not what you'd normally expect. And we got this shot here from, I'm assuming a film, because we got this helicopter back here. And we got stuff just kind of flying off the tracks there. We've got a train on the road, because for some reason they either overshot the buffer, or nobody was notified that the road or the tracks were paved over. Oh, do they not? I don't know. I don't know how you get a locomotive out here. It must have rolled over from a derailment and they had to put it upright again. I can kind of see some stress on these bent railings on the side, and some damage up here to the radiators. But I don't know, because it seems like everything else is okay. It's hard to say. Yeah, if you are at this bent, you should probably see a doctor. And this one too. This looks like scoliosis. And I don't know what they were thinking here. This is not how you cross tracks. And this one's just being dumped into the ocean. You care about the environment? Name every brand of car battery you've thrown into the ocean. This one's a reference to trains, because the whole thing's derailed, which is never a good thing. And last but not least, we've got some very nasty wheel slip. Is it trains on water? Because it's more like trains going into water. Because, like, when I do the trains on water, it's got to be like a train passing through a flood to meet that criteria. CG Trader from SCV42 Charger. What's the matter with this? Am I missing something? Is it the fact that there's... No, wait, there's a railing there. So it's OSHA compliant. Is it the number? Oh, it's the number, isn't it? It says 295 up here, but it says 3601 over here. That's weird. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a typo. Okay, that's good to know. Did Train of Thought make a video on these things with the wind-powered rail cars? I'm not sure if it was specifically these ones, but I know there was something to that effect. Muka Skyla! What happens when you use too much dynamite in your train robbery? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! That one. I remember this story. I think it was in Wild West Tech on the History Channel back in the day. They tried to blow up a safe with a dynamite, a set of dynamite sticks, and apparently they used too much. And even though they used too much, they still didn't get that safe open. Actually, wait, did they get the safe open? I forget. I just remember that they blew it up so much that there was no money left. That much I remember. This is another one from me. Curse Contraptions 2. Absolute doohickey energy. And yep, this is a doohickey if I've ever seen one. With one of those Bobcat skidders. I don't know what they were thinking with this one. They just did a chop shop job with a snowplow. And I want to say a Volkswagen Bug. I'm sorry, Volkswagen Van. This one, I don't know where this is. I want to say Eastern Europe, but I could be wrong. But that's a basic road to rail conversion. This is a model of a truck that's been converted to, or rather, I take that back. Oh yeah, I can go to that once we wrap up here, if we wrap up here. But yeah, traction motor steam locomotive boiler mounted onto a truck frame. That's what I'm seeing here. And yeah, that's a big yikes for me. And this is also a big yikes. But this is, I think, is this on 30? Or is it full standard gauge O scale? But lamp. Just a lamp. We've got, I want to say an ATV with high rail attachments. We've got this truck that's also a crane over here. And I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to have this stick out like a drawer, like an open drawer, but you do you. And here's another truck, but it's for something else. I can see some sparks here. Is this a real... I'm sorry, is this a rail grinder? I'm not exactly sure. Keep slurring my speech. And here's another doohickey rail bus. And last but not least, this thingamabob. Oh no, what's this? This looks weirder than I remember. A train with training wheels. Yeah, I think Train of Thought made a video about this. But yeah, this is the one where they had the locomotive, it was underpowered, it was supposed to be on wood rails with wood sleepers, and it didn't work very well. And they used those funny wheels to navigate on the rails without having to develop a railhead and flanged wheels, or regular flanged wheels, I should say, that would apply stress to the tracks in a way that isn't good. Let's see. Why are there so many of these I posted? Like, OMG WTF BBQ! Oh, did it blow a gasket? That's strange. But yeah, this is weird. We've got ourselves a barbecue smoker here. We got another one here. And this one here. And there's this other more static one here. This one's a double. So you can cook double the stuff twice as fast. And
clarify what stuff you'd like me to tell?
Ziggy, please stop. I don't know what she was cooking there. And I know she's going to go off any moment with my alarm. Yeah, the alarm went off. But yeah, this is another double smoker barbecue thing. And another one. This one has more wheels though, but it's another one. And well, at least this one looks a little half decent. But this one's an actual smoker because we got the little smoker box here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. And this is the last one, which for some reason has the hammer and sickle to the Soviet Union for some reason. Need to add the Russian national anthem to my soundboard. And it's got a stubby funnel. But yeah, that's some funny funnels right there, so I'm gonna have to spin this wheel again. Furry mode activate! Yeah? Okay, let's mark that as done. I will hop back into the void. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Gosh dang it. Mark that is okay. I will hop back into the void. While I go and change some things up. Okay. I'm back. No hamster, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So what do we got here? Two trains collide head-on in Glen Tay, Ontario. Nobody's killed, but 20 were injured. From Panzer Fox for the 7th of the Twitter Living History Post series. The date was February 26, 1925. I feel like this could have been exponentially worse, but I think the fact that there's steel passenger cars definitely helped. That's in the crumpling force of the head-on collision, because the boilers would absorb all the kinetic energy and deform in a way that slowed it down. I don't know. Blame the signalman. Yeah, the passengers would be in the passenger cars behind the locomotives, because the locomotives hit head on and the carriages were made from steel. That meant that they wouldn't telescope through each other, and a lot of the energy was absorbed by the boilers crumpling and deforming. This one's Cursed Critters Part 30, Itty Bitty Edition 2, Electric Zoo. And we got a little mine loco here, which has its upper frame torn off for some reason. This one's a battery loco from China. I think it was Alibaba. This is an electric loco of some sort, narrow gauge. I don't know what this is from. I think it's Swiss. And here's another little doohickey switcher. Another little battery electric. I don't know what they were thinking with the pantographs on this one. Like, most of the action is up here, but there's this rigid frame that was just mounted down here for some reason. And there's extra cars here for some reason, and I don't know why. Hey! Welcome back to the stream. we're looking at cursed trains as usual, and this is a mining locomotive with a trolley pole. And this one has retractable pantograph scissors, which for some reason are held in place with the help of springs and gears. I don't know what the gears are for, other than to maybe keep everything consistently aligned. And I don't know what's going on here. Like, we've got the motors down here, we got batteries up here, and there's this giant gap between this logo and this rail car, which I don't know what it was supposed to be saying. I'm sorry, carrying. Just gonna crack open this widget. I don't know why my streaming settings are so terrible. Like, normally it doesn't struggle like this. But yeah, Hoya Fanboy 1930s at it again with... What was the question? Why? Because we can roll with it. Hop in, nerds. Now, I wish I could say that this was just built after the fact, but I've seen some older photos of this thing. Apparently, it's canon. I don't know how. I don't know why. I just hate it. I'm assuming rail crews would ride in one of these. No, no, no. It's voluntary. You're not being snagged. It's just an invitation to hop along. And this is a goofy rail boss of some sort. And the classic 3-bogey Vanderbilt tender for the Baltimore and Ohio. This one's a classic repost. Anything else I missed here? Yes. This is a diesel mechanical to... Yeah, steam's a diesel mechanical conversion. I don't remember seeing this one. This is new. But you've basically turned a regular steam locomotive into a traction engine logo with this funny gear arrangement here. Unless I'm looking at this wrong, and this is actually connected to this, which is connected to that. So, yeah, maybe not. Still weird, though. Still weird, though. Geared steam locomotive works. Why is this posted on top like an afterthought? Like it was just slapped on in MS Paint for some reason. Oh yeah, that is a funny funnel, now that I think about it. And that's also a funny funnel. Seaboard System 971649 AT in Danville, Illinois, circa 1985. Photographed by Kermit Geary Jr. And this is a passenger car that's been converted to a snowplow with an extra horn and headlamps for some reason. And a bell, too. That's weird. The least chaotic logging railway engine. True, true. Off to the wheel! Round and round the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. The human! So I'll just mark that down. I'll hop back into the void again. I hate the human version of this. Like, why did I think it was a good idea to make it not as skinny? Just gonna shrink this down. Plop it here. Okay. Okay, okay. I'm back. Okay, that's good to know. Let me just hop over here. Full-size train set near Union City, Ohio. From Hoya Fanboy, 1930s. Is that what this is? Because I can hardly make heads or tails of it. It just looks like a bunch of tracks in a series of loops. Not too far from some sort of facility. What is it? I feel like that's something oil related, but I could be wrong. These could just be grain silos. Let's see. Stop motion smoke box. He was being moved by another engine. The rails were wet. He lost control, crashed into a set of buffers, and when it came to, he had the revelation. A vision of this. The flux capacitor. And I think it was supposed to be a reply to this one from Dat One Duck, where it says, I see the light. Because it just ran straight through this buffer. And that explains what this is supposed to be about. So the flux capacitor is in this logo. This is a classic photograph from Boston. Hoya Fanboy, 1930s. It was nice to see the story of this, though, because there was a whole story. But TLDR, Boston flooded, but the locomotives and stuff just kept chugging along, demonstrating their persistence. Let's see, even more weird loads from me. We've got ourselves a very large flatbed car with what I want to say is some copper coiling. We've got these giant logs as big as your mom. We've got an electric motor, allegedly. We've got a solid engine rocket. We got wide load, because for some reason shipping containers can be wider than the conventional dimensions, and I didn't know that, or hadn't thought about it that much, but now it lives rent-free in my head. We got the electric generator, allegedly, and we got tall load over here from Boeing. And some tractors here. Oh, oops. Tractors. Doohickey with 12 trucks. I'm sorry, not 12 trucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 12 trucks. And spent turbine blades on their way towards my biggest fans. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. So if we saw that, and yeah, I think we did see that. Okay, I think we've seen everything. It was time for Thomas to leave. He had seen everything. So yeah, this is probably from last week. Because it was the 22nd. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this works. Okay. So we should be able to head on over to see the other posts. Never seen the cursed train from the Main Street Electric Parade from Disneyland. Is that so? I think I've seen it twice. Anyway, new posts at Jeremy's webpage on YouTube. Off to posts. Oh. Oh gosh, what is this? What is this? Oh gosh. And then we got another one over at Benny Boy's Discord. Benny Boy's Discord. We've got Phase 4. This says, hello, how are you? I am underwater, please help. But yeah, we're going to take a closer look at this thing, because, ooh. Brother, ooh. Is it an F7? It's an F unit for sure, as in it can ride off. Because I'm pretty sure 4 axles and a bogie is very difficult to fit. Especially these days. Like, there's a reason that the DD35s and the DD40s didn't last that long in service. Keep cracking my toes. Why don't we keep doing that? So yeah, that was weird. Anyway, so let's see.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Okay, I admit that was actually a good one. Classic meme right there. We've got Henry, but for some reason is missing an axle. We've got Thomas, but it's not Thomas. Every day we stray further from God. We've got BNSF livery on a British locomotive for the diesel high speed, which that's an excuse to spin the wheel. And it's the Pharaoh's Curse, because of course, why wouldn't we? I'm so disoriented now. The Pharaoh's Curse, it means I have to turn my mouse upside down on my desk, and I have to navigate with inverted controls until the song stops. Ooh, yeah, that is a face that has seen some things. That's a classic repost. North Pole Limited. Strange. This is AI slop from what I want to say is Crayon. This is a Photoshop of all time. I was not expecting it. Would be interesting if they made it real. This is a classic repost with minions. And we've got an auxiliary tender for the same locomotive that Toby's based off of. And we got some extras here with a bunch of tiny little tenders and the classic repost to top it off with a Brio locomotive. And let's see, Burlington Northern with the temp lock. Western Fruit Express. Pretty sure that's not supposed to be that. Okay, so we saw this. We should be able to head over to Jacket Jail Fries. Yeah, it wasn't on my bingo card either. Curse Train returns with the number 10 silver. Mixed Pacific. And this is from the other day that we just saw. But we'll take a closer look at this one. If I can help it. Because we got ourselves a power tender for the Archway and Ohio, I want to say. Number 10 silver, 662 plus 044. Fast mixed traffic locomotive. Okay, I can turn this upside down. Oh, it's not 10. It's not number dash 10. It's number minus 10. I should have seen that coming. Yeah, I wonder if they used actual negative numbers on railroads. What would that do to all the databases where you have to input and track certain types of locomotives in their databases? I guess the world would never know. But yeah, just gonna check over here. Freshly posted here. This is from last week. Should be able to bounce back to here. Okay. So I think that's going to be it for tonight, unless I was supposed to look at something else. Because speak now or forever hold your peace. Because I think I'm going to have some dinner, because it's late. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. I want to thank you all for watching. It was nice to be able to see you all again. It seems that my connection has improved, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I want to thank you all. Oh, yeah, like, I have to eat dinner. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you next week. Until then, take care, stay awesome, stay true to yourself, and remember to never give up. Oh, and of course, videos and streams are only made possible through the engagement of folks like you, and I thank you for that. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe with notifications on. You can become a patron at patreon.com, a channel member for 99 cents a month, or you could donate to me directly through the Stream Elements link in the description, because that would be preferred over a super chat. Anyway, thank you all for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.